How was New York? Is it as smelly as the rumors? I actually didn't notice any discernible smell for the most part. There was like some points where it got a bit stinky, but that was mostly we walked past a septic truck sort of thing. They smelled gross, but that's, you know, you get that everywhere. And then I walked past a bunch of trash at one point, and that smelled bad as well. That was it, really. I mean, it smelled, the rest of the city smelled pretty normal. Just smelled like a city, you know? I've recorded 2 vlogs. I've got one vlog from just random New York stuff, I guess. And then the second vlog will be regarding the actual event that I went to New York for, a Payday 3 event. I got the email like a couple months back and they were like, we'd like to take you to New York to do some Payday stuff. And I was like, yes! Yeah, I asked them if I could have an extra 2 days on top of what they'd already booked out so I could go and explore a little bit. So there was an actual event thing going on at a bank, which was pretty cool, like an old commissioned bank. All right, is it New York or New York? New York. I don't know. I feel like whatever I say will be wrong. What does cool blue mean? Yeah, like what for Doritos? What is Cool Ranch? Why is it Cool Ranch? Is there like hot ranch? Is that actually, you know what's even worse? I think in the UK, isn't it called Cool Original? Which is like Cool Original what? Cool Original? It's a potato chip! It was never warm to begin with! But yes, so I got to go last week. I was in New York and it was really, really fun and I had a great time and I actually loved New York City. I've never been before and I completely fell in love with it. I thought it was actually really, really cool. And I don't know, I know like it's not everyone's cup of tea. To be honest, a lot of the people who I spoke to when I was like, yeah, I'm going to New York, they were like, yeah, I don't really like New York that much, but like it's worth going once. And I was like, oh, okay. And then I got there and actually, even though it was extremely hot and humid for the entire time I was there, so I was like, ugh. It was so fun. I really liked it. There was so much good food. Like everywhere you go, there's just something delicious to look at and eat. So I kind of realized I hit a limit towards the end of my trip, and I hit this like insane social limit where I was like, I knew it would happen and I was trying to avoid it, and then I hit it, and then like the last evening of me being there, I was supposed to go out to dinner and go and do this let's see if I can find a video of what I was supposed to be doing. It did look cool, but it was at 10 p.m. at night, and my flight home, I had to get up for my flight home at 3:40 a.m. the next day. And I was like, yeah, sure, I could stay up and do this and do an all-nighter. I know that the jet lag is just horrific. Like UK to US jet lag sucks so much. That on top of that time zone and knowing I'll be really tired, I was like, I'm just gonna be such a ratty, grumpy person for the rest of the day, so I decided not to do it. But this is what I missed out on, apparently. You go to the top of one of the high rises in New York City and you go and see some sights and stuff. I was like, I'm gonna stay in my bedroom. Apparently in the middle of the night, it's even better because you get all the lights of the city and everything. Lots of mirrors everywhere. You're told not to wear skirts when you go in there. Bosco the Clown, thank you for 13 months, and the tier 3 influencing you to get the blue powder. I'm gonna get the blue powder. I'm gonna snort it. I'm just gonna... Ugh, delicious. I'm talking about Gatorade, by the way, for anybody just joining. Hi. How's your butt coming along? It's coming along well. Yeah, so it's really weird because I get to these points where I'm like, oh man, I don't know how I'm going to resolve this plot point. This is a tricky one to resolve. And then I'll just like write a little bit and then suddenly I've written my way through it. And I'm like, oh, there we go. Oh, that was easy. It's been going pretty well. Oh, I've crossed the 40k word threshold. Let's go! We are almost at full novel length and I've not like got to the last, I think I'd say maybe I'm towards the last third. It's pretty cool, so woohoo! It's kind of writing itself. I gotta be honest, it's kind of writing itself. I met Leah and she's not as small as the community all makes fun. Yeah, she's not as small as the community always makes fun of her for being. Exactly, you do owe me an apology because I am very normal size. Everyone likes to tell me I'm a hobbit, but I'm not. I'm very normal size. The IRL stream didn't help your case. The perspective you filmed from made me feel like I was back in 5th grade. That's because I was holding it down here. So I'm walking around New York and I don't want to bring too much fuss and attention to myself. So for a lot of that stream, I was just holding the phone down here, like trying not to make it obvious that I was live streaming. And then every now and then I'd like bring it up to read what was happening. There was one point where the stream went down. I think it was like when we were in the Diamond District, the signal just got pretty bad around the area, so we cut out for a bit. And as as we walked down this road, this guy we go past goes, "Ooh, look at me, I'm a vlogger." And I was like, ah, I hate this, ah! I wanted to die, but because the stream cut out, you guys all missed it. Trench was telling me about that guy yesterday. Oh yeah, Granny and Trench just met each other yesterday. Oh, well, not yesterday, but a few days ago. But ooh, oh yeah, you shared a room. Yes. So you. No, I'm not gonna make the jokes, but I am thinking of them. It's also really stressful streaming from mobile. IRL streams are quite stressful. There's a lot to think about. But I had a lot of fun doing this, so hopefully I can grow the balls to do them a few more times. I mean, it's not everyone's cup of tea, and I can understand it, but having been to LA a few times, I can now, with a lot of confidence, say that LA is my least favorite city in the entirety of America so far. It's shit. The New York skyline is nuts too, so I was blown away by it. We saw it as we were going over the bridge towards my hotel for the first time, and I was like, it goes on forever. It's so wide. It's just nuts. I was in awe of it. Well, I can tell you one thing that I was very upset about in my time. I didn't see one bodega cat. Not one bodega cat. What the hell, man? I was cheated. I thought bodega cats were everywhere. What the fuck's a bodega cat? So in New York, the delis are like the big thing, right? I don't know what the difference is between a deli and a bodega. Let's Google it. But a lot of these places have cats that like live in shop cats. A bodega is a small owner-operated convenience store serving hot and prepared food, often open late hours and typically with ethnic market influences. So what's the difference between that and a deli? But I had a great time. I explored so many bodegas. Oh yeah, LAX is a nightmare. I mean, Forza Motorsport comes out soon, so obviously I went to LA a few months back for the Forza stream that we did, and with Forza Motorsport coming out, I'm wondering if there'll be like a special live stream or something, because there usually is for that sort of thing. And I'm like, please do it in Seattle or like on the East Coast, please. Not LA, please. Not again. I'm not gonna be ungrateful about it. You know, wherever it is wherever it is. But God, I'd love to go back to Seattle. Criminal how much stuff is forced to be in LA. I don't really understand it either, because it's not exactly cheap to do events there. It's expensive to get there. It's a pain in the ass to get around LA. I don't get it. Why is everything in LA? The internet doesn't exist to upload things from anywhere else. True. The internet only exists in LA. Do it in the middle of like, I don't know, bumfuck Alabama. Just do it somewhere like really completely out of left field. Forza Horizon 6 set in bumfuck Alabama. That's right, I spoiled it. I'm sorry. Oh, dude. Okay, wait. Do I still have this sound on my soundboard?
Hey, Tony.
Quick context. Whilst we were playing Valorant a couple years ago, Talon and Dan at the exact same time said, "Hey, Tony."
Hey, Tony.
It was completely like unplanned. And it was really funny. Anyway, I was in New York and I went past two guys on the sidewalk and one of them literally went, "Hey, Tony." And I was like, shut up! There's no way. I saw so much stereotypical stuff. It was incredible. Yeah, I looked over at New Jersey. I was surprised. I was like, okay, so we're in Manhattan and just over there, that's what, New Jersey City? What? It's just right there? Apparently, I learned Statue of Liberty isn't even in New York territory. It's in New Jersey. I don't know how they make that work, but...